Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy, your 2018-2019 SCCA CENLA Region F Street Autocross Champion and GT Sport Sim Racer. And tonight, CENLA GT Sport is presenting Fuji full of Vipers. That's right, the Dodge Viper Group 3 car at the Fuji Raceway. So grab some popcorn, sit down, and enjoy the action. Okay, so this race is CENLA GT Sport format. That means there will be 3 races. We start the first race this time in reverse qualifying order, so slowest first. Then at the end of the first race, we will reverse grid depending on the results. Race again, reverse grid, and race again a third time. So 3 races. Each position gets a certain amount of points. Highest amount of points at the end of the 3 races is the winner. And what is that prize for winning? You guessed it, bragging rights. So here we go. Let's get this thing started. All right, we start race 1 with Iykeguy in first, heading towards Iykeguy corner with Solrdr right behind him. Khaiper not far back, but Solrdr gets in the bumper. Iykeguy and runs him wide. Then Solrdr comes out wide himself, gets underneath all the traffic, people flying everywhere. Khaiper up into second. Let's look at that again. Here he comes, gets into the rear end of Iykeguy and sends him off in the shallow round, but then he gets nailed himself by Karp, grabs his 5-second penalty, jumps back into traffic. Karp also with the penalty, but somehow Solrdr makes his way back up into second place as LastPilot makes it through the pack clean. Let's look back further in the pack here as we ride along with Kelsoe, heading towards that Iykeguy corner. LastPilot getting past there. Gets on the brakes early, trying to create a little room, trying to find some space. There goes Solrdr off as LastPilot gets in the back of Karp. Karp gets into the back of what looks like LastPilot there as they all come through the Iykeguy corner. Cars flying all over the place as the pack settles down. Penalties get bled off. LastPilot in first, Solrdr in second, Khaiper in third. Moving on later in lap 1, ProperID on the outside moves up into fourth. REVOnut dropping back as the pack just rolling by him on the inside, stuck on that outside line. The train is coming through. Kelsoe to the inside makes the pass stick as REVOnut and ProperID get run out wide. Further up at the end of lap 1, ProperID into the right rear quarter panel. Geauxgreddy spins him out, but then has to get on the brake so he can avoid Solrdr. Let's jump on board with Khaiper to see what happened with Solrdr there at the end of that Panasonic turn. Riding now with Khaiper as he's behind Solrdr. Also heading into that Panasonic corner. Tries to get around the outside of Solrdr. Can't make it stick. Both of them get on the loud pedal too soon. Get sideways into the wall. And this is where ProperID comes through. Passes through the Ghost. Moves into that 4th position. On to lap 2. Kelsoe in 5th. Iykeguy in 4th. Kelsoe trying to make a move on Iykeguy on the rear bumper. Solrdr right behind him. Also looking to try and get into that slipstream. Runs wide. Can't make anything happen as Iykeguy passes him to the inside and takes that 5th position back. Meanwhile, further up on the straight, Kelsoe giving that bump draft to Khaiper, but decides to go to the inside towards the Iykeguy corner. That's corner 1. Can he make it stick? Makes that move down there on the inside. Does make it stick and takes that 3rd position. Looks in the rearview mirror. Oh, Khaiper gets loose, runs off the track. Further up the road, lap 4, REVOnut in second, trying to chase down LastPilot, who's had an easy run so far, in first place, trying to get securely into that slipstream, trying to get that toe down through the course to reel him in. As Revo chases down LastPilot, ProperID securely in the suck zone, making a move, going past Solrdr, heading towards Khaiper 300, splits him and Iykeguy heading to the Iykeguy curve, makes it stick, but goes a little bit wide as Iykeguy and Solrdr pass back on the inside. So does Khaiper 300. Geauxgreddy also gets in on the train action and passes him back on the inside. ProperID slipping back to 8th. Then gets hit in the side by Khaiper 300 as he goes through Geauxgreddy. Let's look at that again as we head into the Coca-Cola turn. Solrdr out front. Iykeguy right behind him. Khaiper moves through Geauxgreddy into ProperID. Pushes him outside. Geauxgreddy moves into 6th. Khaiper moves into 7th. ProperID back to 8th. Meanwhile, Iykeguy up into 5th behind Solrdr, who is in 4th. Late here in the 4th lap, down into the hairpin, heading towards 100R. Up front, LastPilot leading REVOnut. REVOnut trying to get into that slipstream so he can make a move on LastPilot on the straight. But as you come out, get in that slipstream, make that pass on your competitor. You don't want to leave too much straightaway for them to make a move back on you before the end of the straight and corner one. Rev gets in front of LastPilot. LastPilot jumps in the slipstream. He is going to make that counter move. He jumps back out with enough momentum to get by REVOnut and sticks it into corner one, taking that first place position back. Meanwhile, we got 4 wide heading down into corner one. Solrdr trying to stay to the inside, ghosts a little bit, comes back out. ProperID gets on the side of Geauxgreddy, and then Solrdr hits in the corner panel. He gets sideways. Solrdr actually saves him there by hitting him in the front, straightening out his car. So Solrdr back in the 7th, Geauxgreddy in 6th, ProperID up to 4th place. REVOnut takes back first on that inside move, going around through the hairpin, heading towards 300R in the Dunlop corner. Can he make it stick? He does. Down the straight. Kelsoe in 3rd, getting that major slipstream tug towards corner one. LastPilot on the inside of REVOnut into 1st. REVOnut with the undercut back in front of LastPilot. Nicely done there. Further back on the final lap, Geauxgreddy around the outside of Iykeguy. Makes it stick in the Coca-Cola corner. Heading back towards 100R. Looking good. Meanwhile, up front, REVOnut in 1st, LastPilot in 2nd. Kelsoe has made it a battle there. He is in 3rd as they head down through the Nets corners towards the Panasonic corner, the penultimate corner, the final lap. Who will finish 1st? Who will finish 2nd? Who will come in 3rd? About to find out as they head onto the straight. There's a lot of slipstream to be had. REVOnut's got a nice advantage, large gap there. Kelsoe looking to get that slipstream, make that pass on LastPilot to head towards the finish line. It's 1, 2, 3. REVOnut, LastPilot, and Kelsoe. Behind him, Iykeguy and Solrdr with a battle for 6th place. Iykeguy in 6th, Solrdr in 7th, heading towards the finish line. It is a drag race. Geauxgreddy comes across in 5th. Who gets 6th? It is Iykeguy in 6th with Solrdr in 7th. Carp rounding it out in 8th. Let's move on to race number 2. And here we are, start of race number 2. Khaiper 300 starting us off in 1st, but he's dropping back after a bad start. Solrdr, Iykeguy, and Geauxgreddy, as well as ProperID, make it up the room on the inside as LastPilot gets him back at REVOnut, causing him to slow down. Moj 840 gets in the back of him as well. Massive pile up at corner 1 as usual. Daihatsu corner does not fail to produce. Let's look at that again. Let's ride along here with Terminal Goat heading down towards corner 1. He is trying to make a run after a little rough start there. As you can see, everyone jockeying for position. LastPilot into Revo just a little bit. He gets in the back of someone, slowing him down. Moj 840 then launches Revo through corner 1. Wow, what a start. Geauxgreddy down to the inside. SleepDeprivedHK comes out in 1st with ProperID in 2nd and Solrdr in 3rd. Moj 840 moving up to the 4th place position as they head down through 100R towards the hairpin. Who is going to come out on top? ProperID down. LastPilot with his elbows out sends it down to the inside of Solrdr, getting into the back of Moj 840 down towards 300R. Riding along with Terminal Goat down 300R towards the Dunlop corner. Past Dunlop corner now. He goes a little outside in the dirt, heading into the Nets corners. How does he navigate through here? Very well, LastPilot deep on the inside. Terminal Goat trying to find an outside line there, but gets in the rear end of Solrdr, who gets in LastPilot. He goes off to the left. LastPilot able to gather it back up. A SleepDeprivedHK dives down the inside. LastPilot bump from behind, launches him up into 3rd, but then he loses it on the curbing, heads off into the wall. Terminal Goat gets the slipstream, passes SleepDeprivedHK on the straight, looking to try and hunt down 1st and 2nd. ProperID and Moj 840 down that straight and burst in 2nd place. Terminal Goat in 4th behind Carp in 6th. REVOnut, Solrdr in 7th. Starting lap 2, Solrdr launches it up the inside, takes out REVOnut and Carp. Oh my goodness. Mayhem in corner 1 as Moj 840 and ProperID move along unscathed, starting lap 2 up front. ProperID just hanging out there back behind Moj. Meanwhile, in 5th place, Solrdr fighting off DJ Clean, goes wide through 300R towards that Dunlop corner, heading back towards the Nets corner. Of course, we all know what comes up after that. Turn 1, the Daiichi corner. Always a lot of fun going through corner 1. We're riding with Carp 300. REVOnut slides down the inside. We've almost got 4 wide going into corner 1. But Kelsoe backs out smartly so, looking for another line as Carp goes down the inside and Kelsoe follows him. Oh my goodness! DJ Clean wiped out. Let's ride with DJ Clean, see what happens in corner 1. He turns down inside, looks good there. All of a sudden, oh, here comes a white car out of the corner. Who was that? That was Terminal Goat. He goes way deep in corner 1, spins out the Viper and enters the track and takes out DJ Clean, sends him to the rim. Oh, Solrdr takes advantage, jumps up into 4th place. Terminal Goat kindly waits for DJ Clean to recover, come back, give back that position. Good sportsmanship there. Now aboard with Carp. Again, heading towards corner 1. He's trying to use that slip to get past Kelsoe. Eases into the corner, rides it up right behind Kelsoe. They get through cleanly. REVOnut looks like he had some issues there. Sees ghosting in the corner. Solrdr off the left. Carp makes it through in 9th position. Heads towards the Coca-Cola corner. Goes through there clean through 100R. Back towards the hairpin, trying to make a move around Solrdr. Gets in that slipstream of Kelsoe. Heading towards the hairpin. Gets on the brake, slides it down the inside. But REVOnut comes hard on the inside of Carp. Sends him a little bit wide, but then Solrdr gets in the back of Revo. Spins him out, who gets in front of Carp. Causes Carp to get in the wreck with him, and he also spun out. I tell you what, if it wasn't for bad luck, I think Carp would have no luck at all. My goodness. Kelsoe in that 7th place, looking to make a position there on Terminal Goat, trying to find a way around him down the long straight here at Fuji. Again, heading towards the Daiichi corner. Turn 1, Geauxgreddy slides in nicely there. Oh, but Kelsoe loses the rear end. Must have got on some curbing. DJ Clean in 11th, trying to take 10th place from Carp 300. It's lap 5. Not many laps left to make up your positions. DJ Clean down the inside. Clean pass. Gets on the brakes at about the 50 board and makes it stick. Back with the leaders. Moj 840 and ProperID is the final lap. They're heading towards turn 1. ProperID takes that lead back from Moj 840. Sends it down the inside. Makes it stick. Moj 840 sitting behind ProperID, waiting to make his move. In 4th place, Geauxgreddy getting pressure from Iykeguy. Iykeguy sends it up the inside. A little strong on the move, lets off the gas, gives the position back to Geauxgreddy. So here we are on the final straight. It's a drag race between Moj 840 and ProperID, and ProperID does not pull it out. Moj 840 takes it by about 100th of a second at the finish line. Behind them, here comes 6th, 7th, and 8th. You have Kelsoe, REVOnut, and Terminal Goat. You got the slipstream weave going on. Oh, Kelsoe gets into the side of REVOnut and sends him into the wall. And race 2 ends with Moj 840 taking 1st place. ProperID following him in 2nd with SleepDeprivedHK rounding out the podium in 3rd. Let's move on to race number 3. Here we are, race number 3. S2K Willis launches it out front, out in 1st place. Carp 300 in 2nd. DJ Clean in 3rd, heading down into the Daiichi corner. Who comes out on top? S2K Willis trying to find a line in behind DJ Clean as he goes wide. SleepDeprivedHK makes sure he stays out there. Solrdr also gets spun out there in corner 1. And S2K Willis comes out in 1st. Let's look at that again. Let's ride along with Kelsoe. Look behind. There's everyone. He gets an amazing launch there at the start of the race, running up on DJ Clean, who sends it down the inside of LastPilot. LastPilot inside of Khaiper 300. Khaiper 300 inside S2K Willis going into corner 1. S2K Willis into the side of Kelsoe a little bit. SleepDeprivedHK into the side of Solrdr, and then it looks like maybe Iykeguy also gets in the back of Solrdr there as DJ Clean goes wide. S2K Willis pulls back in front, maintains 1st, drifts. Corner 2, the Coca-Cola turn, heading towards 100R, gets into the right rear quarter panel of Kelsoe, sends him out off the track as SleepDeprivedHK takes advantage of that. Geauxgreddy up into third, DJ Clean into fourth, heading down into the hairpin. Sleep Deprived goes wide. Willis spins out there. Geauxgreddy through the ghost. He spins out again in the grass. He's struggling to get back on the course. Oh, takes out, it looks like ProperID as he enters back on the track. Geauxgreddy now out in front with SleepDeprivedHK on the inside. Down into the Nets corner, heading towards the Panasonic corner. He goes wide there. Kelsoe comes back up the inside of Geauxgreddy. They tap a little bit, heading towards the Panasonic corner. Geauxgreddy tucks in behind. Kelsoe heading into the straight with SleepDeprivedHK in third. Khaiper in fifth. LastPilot in fourth. Moj 840 looking to try and make a move up here, riding in behind DJ Clean. Trying to decide who to choose between him and LastPilot. Khaiper 300 on his tail, heading down the long straight towards the Daiichi corner. Corner one. This is where all the action happens. Can they survive as Sleep Deprived gets off the track, kicks up a little bit of dust. Jockey in fourth position, heading down into corner one. Kelsoe to the inside, Geauxgreddy along the outside. LastPilot also down to the inside. Clean first three through corner one. Sleep Deprived gets loose coming out, gets in the side of LastPilot as they come out. 1, 2, 3. Geauxgreddy, LastPilot, Kelsoe. Moj 840 into fourth. Looking to move up, heading down to the Coca-Cola turn. LastPilot gets in the rear of Geauxgreddy. A little push to pass there, sends him out wide, gets up underneath him, takes the lead. LastPilot in first, Geauxgreddy in second. Moj 840 has moved up into third, heading into the straight. Lap two. Moj 840 gets a heck of a good run down that straight. Gets a little tap in the rear. Looks like he's maybe letting off a little bit so he doesn't pull out too far, too fast through corner one. Not sure if he was hitting the rev limiter there or not, but sends it down through corner one, maintains first place. Penalties adding up for everyone. Lap three, back in fourth place with Sleep Deprived is DJ Clean doing that bump draft. Second, third, and fourth right in front of them as they head down through corner one. Khaiper 300 with a bold inside pass, but can't make it stick. DJ Clean back with the undercut. Takes fifth position back. Sleep Deprived HK on the outside. Takes fifth away from Khaiper. Lap three. Heading towards the Coca-Cola turn. LastPilot in second. Geauxgreddy in third. He is trailing Moj 840 as we look back from his car. Now back on lap three with sixth place. Khaiper 300 as he tries to catch up with the lead pack. DJ Clean gets on the curbing and loses it off to the left side of the track. Now through the Panasonic corner. LastPilot escorts Geauxgreddy off track as they head down towards the long straight. Moj 840 out in the lead. Geauxgreddy comes back on track. Sleep Deprived HK gives him a little room, lets him back on the track as they try to chase down LastPilot and Moj 840. We head back with DJ Clean in 10th. Getting the suck from Kelsoe down the straight. Looking behind him. Doesn't look like anyone's going to run up on him. He heads down, picks Kelsoe as the lead man. He's going to make a move to the inside. No, he stays to the outside, gets on the brakes early and lets Kelsoe as well as Terminal Goat slip in front of him as they head down through corner one. Playing it smart through there, not forcing the issue. S2K Willis, meanwhile, back in 12th, brakes late. Oh, blows the corner and ends up in the sand trap. Now we hop in with DJ Clean as he tries to make a move on Terminal Goat into or out of the Nets corner into the Panasonic. He does. He goes down the inside, makes the move stick. Riding aboard with Sleep Deprived HK in third place behind LastPilot. Moj 840 still in first. LastPilot right on that bumper of Moj 840 trying to get all of the slipstream he can. Get that tug down the straight. Sleep Deprived sends it up the inside. He takes first place after a nice run on the straight. Moj 840 really sends it up the inside there heading into corner one. Khaiper 300 loses control of his Viper, loses that rear end. It spins around on him. Moj 840 and Sleep Deprived HK in first, in second. In 11th, Terminal Goat makes a pass around the outside of Iykeguy as he heads down towards the Nets corners, trying to make a run here on DJ Clean, but Iykeguy passes him back. Now aboard with Iykeguy down that straight, trying to catch Kelsoe. The straight suck is strong here. He makes a good run into corner one, gets on the brakes early, settles in on the apex nicely, gets back on the gas, looks behind him, no one in sight. He can concentrate on those in front of him. Sleep Deprived HK leads the pack in lap 5 down the straight, doing the slipstream dance. Will it work? Geauxgreddy runs in on him. Oh, ProperID gets on the outside of Geauxgreddy. He takes the slipstream from Sleep Deprived, says, give it to me, and he heads out in front. Oh, but he loses it back to Sleep Deprived as they head down into corner one. Sleep Deprived into first, Geauxgreddy in second, ProperID in third, REVOnut in fourth. heading towards the Coca-Cola turn on the final lap. Geauxgreddy to the inside, gets on the apex, gets back on the gas early, pulls it out in front of SleepDeprivedHK, in through 100R towards the hairpin. SleepDeprived takes that outside line to try and get some speed heading down into the hairpin. Gets on the inside of Geauxgreddy, puts it on the apex, nicely done. Geauxgreddy tucks back in behind SleepDeprived along with REVOnut. ProperID looking for some place to make a move as they head through 300R towards the Dunlop curve. Geauxgreddy is on the inside at the Dunlop curve. SleepDeprivedHK on the outside, tucks back in behind Geauxgreddy. Geauxgreddy goes wide as they head down towards the nets. SleepDeprived tucks it in nicely on the nets corners. And Geauxgreddy tucks in right behind him, looks to make another undercut back under him, heading out of the nets corner, does so nicely, slides a little bit. SleepDeprived goes quite wide through there as it looks like he gives REVOnut an opportunity to make a pass, but him and Geauxgreddy a little wide coming through Panasonic corner. SleepDeprivedHK stays on the inside. Geauxgreddy tucks it back onto the track out in first, but they've all got the run on him. Geauxgreddy's net in first, but it does not look like for long as REVOnut, ProperID, Moj 840, SleepDeprived come across the line. In 7th, 8th, and 9th, we got DJ Clean, Khaiper, and Iykeguy, Kelsoe, and then Terminal Goat. What an ending to the race. Well, I hope you enjoyed this CENLA GT Sport event. If you did, hit the like, smash that subscribe, and come back and check out some more. Y'all have a great evening.